So I know, where were you before working with us? Like how long had you been unemployed? Do you remember?
Oh, a couple of weeks.
A couple of weeks. And why'd your
Yes.
last position end again? I don't remember.
Well, we got into some turmoil and
Which is pretty common.
Yeah, and it became not a good fit anymore. So we had decided to just part ways. And they got into some trouble because they couldn't figure out what I was doing, what I was working on, what I was not working on. And they found out that I was working on all of it, and decisions that made from leadership.
Yeah, but now you just got one of the biggest massive roles that we've seen all year with McKesson. So how do you feel?
You know what? I feel quite privileged. I am feeling humble. You know, I mean, it's a path that I guess it was meant to be. And I don't know. It's just like everybody asked me, well, how are you feeling about it? I said, well, I'm kind of speechless. I can't believe it. But
I mean, you're literally
Michael
talking
McNeil.
to.
Yeah, it was.
You're literally.
But you know what, Tim? It's what I told Sanjeev. You want to know? Well, how did this started with McKesson? Did you know it was an IM? And I told Kara. I said, a weird thing happened. I said, Michael McNeil. IM.
Who, if people don't know, it's the chief cybersecurity officer for McKesson. Probably a guy that's pretty hard to get a hold of.
Yes, he was the global chief information security officer. Something a dream of mine. I just thinking, oh my God, he's
talking to me.
Will you be interested in a job, in a position? He said a high-ranking position. And I thought, well, of course I would. I like to hear about it. And I was very polite. Then he said, you know, I'm going to have HR contact you, and she did, just like that day. Wow, and that's awesome. How it all started. I told Kara about it, and I thought, wow, you know what? McKesson's getting a hold of me. So
before you got the job, though, Kara has another question for you.
So, you know, you were only unemployed for a couple of weeks. So at what point did you say, you know, I need some help. I need to call in the pros?
It kind of freaked me out because I didn't know how to approach LinkedIn. I didn't have a whole lot of respect for it. And I'm going to be very straightforward with you.
Yeah.
It reminds me of a Facebook for professionals. And if you search for my name on Facebook, you're going to find that I'm not there. You can't find me.
Yeah. Cybersecurity, you got to protect yourself.
Yeah. And I'm more dark web. And I hate to tell you that I know that I need some help because I need to break out of that shell. And when I saw your advertisement and how you wrote it, and Tim, that's what kind of got me started. And then when I talked to you, I wasn't really sure. Remember, you and I changed, and I thought, well, and I talked to my husband, and then we waited a little while, and I just thought, okay, you know, I tried to do it on my own. I thought, oh no, I don't know anything about this, and I thought I got to move fast. You know,
what did you find? What did you find most valuable about working with us? Was it the interview prep? Was it the scripts or everything?
Everything, because you know, I started to hear all of the banter that went on in those meetings that you're supposed to hear, and I started to realize, I really don't know anything. I really don't, and there's a good place to start, and I think that's what woke me up. And then all of a sudden, everybody started to get a hold of me, and I was thinking, okay, how do you respond after a while? Am I doing something wrong? And you know, could it be my resume? Am I putting too little or too much? And you know, and it turned out that your 2-pager I had to add more because that's what they asked me. And I had to do it into a 3-pager to be very explicit. That's what they wanted to see. So they were happy with a 3-pager, but in the format that you designed. And I just thought, okay, I got to find a happy medium.
So it was having someone kind of every step of the way for all of the process, right? Yeah.
The hand holding. Yeah. And I needed it. I'm sorry. I have that crutch. I needed a crutch for a little while because I am an introvert and I don't like talking a whole lot about me. I'd rather hear about you.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people struggle with this when they get late in their career and they've been so successful and now they need help and they're like, where do I start? You know, it's kind of gets overwhelming as well.
Absolutely.
Yes. You feel kind of out of your comfort level because I mean, I can stand in front of a board of directors and talk to them and I don't feel intimidated, just people. Okay. And that's how I picture them. If you picture them in their underwear, how funny that would be. Right. And so that's how I do. I laugh at those things and the same with the CEO and everything else. But when it comes to just being assertive enough to go over there and to introduce yourself and say, okay, this is this, and you really don't know that person. You try to, because there's a lot of people that I even talked to Kara about that think it was a dating site. You know, this is why I'm glad I took my other picture off and I put this ugly one, because I'm not being solicited anymore.
Well,
you know,
Rachel,
it's just,
you know, a lot of people will watch this and they're not sure whether or not they should work with us. So, you know, what advice would you give someone who's maybe considering working with us?
Well, I've been bragging a lot because every time I connect somebody with someone, I say, hey, we're part of Executive Upgrades. And I'm going to brag about it because if it weren't for all of you showing me the way, that path of, hey, this is career, this is monumental to making an impact on your career. Do you want to move forward to break out of that shell? And I think if you don't do it, it's more than worth the money as far as I'm concerned. This was money well spent. And I don't regret it at all. I needed you guys, and you guys were there. And I mean, Kara responded anytime I wanted to. I know you were busy too, and you hired more people. You probably need more, but let me tell you, I got the attention I needed and the guidance. And I hate to leave you guys because I'm going to still use you as that crutch. I'm sorry, I can't leave you guys.
Well, you brought up a good thing, which we tell everyone on their last link up with us, you know, which I know we're still going to link up about a couple more things, but how important it is. Your mindset's already, hey, you know what? I need to continue networking because the future's unknown. And more importantly, if you want to move up that corporate ladder to eventually be the CISO of McKesson, you have to network with other leaders in your industry. They have to know you. They have to know how valuable you are. So I'm very, very happy that you have that in your mind right now, that I need to keep doing this because it's super important.
Yes, but I've been telling everybody, hey, you got to join Executive Upgrades. I even had to talk to others that are not really sure. And I told them to contact you because I told them, how did you get in there? How did you get in there? And I thought, well, it's the whole navigation. They teach you everything. Now they have it automated. And I said, and I need to get in there and get it automated. But you know what? It's so efficient, you know, and even Cheryl Carswell, she's the one that gave me a walkthrough, how she gets it. And then you showed your example. And I just thought, no, I need that because I need it fast. And I'm always going to stay a step ahead now, and nothing's a guarantee, and you have to be mobile. So, and I was telling my husband about that, and my husband was the one that told me, you know what, after what's happened here, you know, you need to be
always be prepared. I'm a military guy.
Yes. Well, always.
Well, thanks so much. We really appreciate it.